Well, we're continuing our cool and damp pattern, it looks like, on through the weekend and maybe on into next week. Yesterday afternoon, not all that bad. It broke out pretty nicely in the afternoon. Still chilly, though. Only got up to 62 degrees, still 4 degrees below the normal high. And it's going to be a little while till we get back to the normal high, it looks like, overall. So take a look at the rainfall so far this month. We've been tracking this because that is kind of a problem about the fact that we haven't seen, even though seems like it's been kind of wet, quantities have been pretty light. And you can see now we actually a big 0.04 of an inch now in the gauge there for SeaTac, so that's a little improvement. Last time we checked it was only 0.02, but should be more like almost an inch there. So we're running almost an inch behind. Up around the Bellingham area, they're running a little over ½ an inch behind. And out along the coast, really remarkable out there, they're 1.25 inches behind. But we do have a system coming in today, which is probably going to help with these totals just about everywhere. Take a look at the countdown to our summer solstice, though. Only a little bit more than a month until we actually get to the solstice. So that's going to be here before you know it, and as will the warmer weather. It will get warmer eventually, just a matter of patience for that. Take a look at the Doppler radar this morning. This is about mid-morning as the rain just beginning to approach the coast. That is going to spread in over the next couple of hours up and down the coast, turn into a wet morning there, and then that should spread into Puget Sound as we head into the early afternoon today, it looks like, and it should be a wet afternoon commute. Front probably not moving through until around sunset tonight, so it'll dampen things down. So don't forget to take your rain gear with you today, because you probably are going to need it later on in the afternoon. Checking the views, and these are just around mid-morning. You see still plenty of sunshine getting through. It was very deceptive this morning because you were able to see the sunshine and didn't look like much of anything was going on. The Doppler pretty much told the story, and the computer models all agreed it was going to turn kind of rainy for the afternoon. Some nice nice shot there from the Columbia Tower cam this morning. And then out on the coast there at Westport, maybe seeing a little bit of mist coming down. It looks like the roadway might be a little on the damp side there, and definitely looking more threatening as you get out there closer to that front. Temperatures this morning pretty close to normal. Our overnight lows dropped down most spots into the low to mid 40s, so pretty close to normal for that. And they're not going to warm up all that much. In fact, today nobody's going to probably get out of the 50s, and a lot of people are going to be in the mid 50s. Coastal beaches probably only in the low 50s. Take a look at our first look at 7-day forecast. You can see what I'm talking about. So we get that rain in today, some showers for tomorrow, and then it looks like another round of rain for Saturday. We continue to cool the next few days with highs in the 50s, and then you can see we continue to see some rain at times, but signs of a little bit of drying as we head towards the middle part of the week, which would be a nice change. Satellite image shows a much better looking front out here. It looks a lot more substantial than most of what's been moving in over the course of the last couple of weeks, and that is going to give us some steady rain later today and probably give us some rain totals which will actually add to that total for the month reasonably well. So checking the computer model, you can see as we head towards a little later on today, that front pushing into the coastal beaches should push its way on into Puget Sound as we head towards the early afternoon hours, and should turn into a pretty wet afternoon as that slowly pushes on through here. Back edge of that actually not really moving through until we get just around sunset tonight, so a pretty wet afternoon commute, which may slow it down a little bit. That moves on through. It is going to leave behind quite a few showers as we head towards Friday. Those will be off and on mixed with sun breaks, it looks like, before another system comes in as we head towards Saturday. Take a look at the mountains right now. Well, across Stevens Pass this morning we do have some fog up there, but that's about all you'll be dealing with. But if you are thinking of doing any hiking today, keep in mind two things. One, the precipitation is moving in there this afternoon, and two, those snow levels have been down. In fact, a little earlier before the sun started to come up, we had maybe a dusting of 1 inch or so of snow there in the parking lot at Paradise. Looks like that's kind of melted at this point, but snow levels will at times drop down to about 4,000 feet. So if you're doing some early season hiking, you might encounter that. In fact, we checked the forecast. Snoqualmie Pass, they're having a little bit of fog this morning too. We'll see the chance of some rain moving in there as we head towards later this afternoon. But if you're headed up to Stevens Pass, might see a little bit of rain start there, but it could turn into some wet snow as we head towards the evening hours. So keep that in mind. Also, if you're headed across pass, I don't think it's going to stick on the roadways because the roadways are pretty warm at this time of the year, but you definitely might see it sticking on some snowy trails. So something to keep in mind for sure. Checking the forecast, we're up there in the northwest interior for Whatcom, Skagit, Island, San Juan, and Island counties. Look for that rain to move in during the during the late morning hours. Should stick around through the afternoon. High temperatures up there only in the low to mid 50s. As we drop southward down towards Everett, King and Pierce counties, we're going to be looking for about the same thing. We'll see that rain move in. Temperatures a little bit warmer there as you get farther south in the mid to upper 50s. And as you get down into the southwestern Washington and back in the South Sound, we're going to be looking for that rain to move in and high temperatures there also in the mid-50s. And up there in Clallam and in Jefferson counties, it looks like they're going to be turning wet and staying wet this afternoon. See those high temperatures only getting into the low 50s, barely making the low 50s. And the whole rainforest, which is still pretty close to sea level, and they're only going to get into the upper 40s this afternoon, hopefully with a good round of rain for the rainforest. Take a look at our tomorrow's temperatures. You can see we warm a little bit into the mid to upper 50s, and then as we head towards Saturday, we're going to be looking for those temperatures to warm up in the upper 50s and low 60s, and still staying well below normal all the way into next week. And finally, wrapping up the weekend will be upper 50s and low 60s. So in our extended forecast, so increasing rain moving in for this afternoon and this evening, those highs in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, showers and sun breaks around, still staying in the mid to upper 50s. Looks like we'll see a system move in on Friday night, and then the upper level portion that's going to kind of sit over us and keep us fairly wet on Saturday. There's a slight chance you might see a thunderstorm, the extreme south sound on Saturday afternoon, but a very slight chance. See high temperatures again staying in the 50s. As we head into Sunday, things will improve. Just a few showers around. It's definitely the better of the two outdoor days if you have a choice. And then as you head into Monday, rain moves back in again by afternoon. A few showers Tuesday, and then it looks like things might start to improve a little bit for midweek with the temperatures pushing into the mid 60s. And if we look beyond that in the 6 to 10 day temperature forecast, as we head towards Memorial Day weekend, it starts at 24th is on Saturday, and through the rest of the weekend, we're seeing those high temperatures pushing up into the upper 60s and low 70s. So at least at this point, there are indications we might have a nice first summer holiday weekend of the year.